everybody and welcome back. Today's video is freaking exciting. So this is something I never imagined I would actually be doing. I'm having my own foal, not personally. So my whole childhood, my mum has been breeding or has bred Arabian horses. So I was involved with breeding from the perspective of her breeding, but it's always been other people's horses. We've foaled a lot of horses here because we've got these two big boxes and we've done a lot of ponies and stuff, but they've always been other people's horses. I've never ever had the opportunity to have a mare, pick a stallion and do this myself. So Kiwi, who is stood over here, she's looking very petite that I've decided to film this in her stable. I bought her for peanuts, like we're talking peanuts. 2 years ago, she was a bit of a lost cause, nobody wanted her, very difficult, very dangerous, all of the labels that these horses get given that actually, like, it's just a misunderstanding. Took her on for, like I said, like not even £1,000. And I've worked with her for a year and basically, I'm talking about you. She's very upset. And worked through everything and we had some success in the ring. She did some BSJA, some BS. And then we had a situation whereby she started acting a bit odd on the lunge. The lunge, for anyone that's non-horsey, I will try and explain stuff here because I know some of you aren't horsey. The lunge is where you have the long rope and you stand in the middle and they go around you. So lunging her one day and noticed that she was kind of like throwing her head up a lot. She was insured at the time, so I took it off to the equine hospital to basically find out what the situation was, like what was the reason for it, because they can investigate it. Why don't you come say hi? Kiwi? She says no. And turns out that she had quite bad neck arthritis in the point in her neck. So you can medicate so much of a horse's neck with steroid, but there's certain parts where you can't get in far enough to medicate successfully. She had it there. She also had, on investigation of her front feet, a bone cyst on her navicular. Navicular is basically the point. It's the bone in the foot. I won't go into too much detail here. It's the bone in the foot, but a bone cyst is like a bony lump on the navicular, and what was happening was her tendon was running over the top of this bone cyst. So the vet's words were, you can keep competing her, because she wasn't really lame at the time, but she will suddenly snap her tendon, and then we've got a horse that I can't do anything with. So I made the decision to speak to the vet. She's definitely had a foal before because her udders look used, which ironically, as a person that's had a baby, I can relate to. Anyway, and he was like, she looks great, she might be older, but she's had a foal before, no reason why you can't try. So we put her to my friend Izzy's stallion, Cash Legend. I've left her information in the description box because she's also on YouTube and is quite big on social media. And first time she didn't take, so they do with horses. They rarely naturally cover now, so it's not just the mare and the stallion left to their own devices to have to make horsey love. It's all done by insemination with tubes and syringes and all sorts, because it's just not worth the risk to the stallion. So first time she didn't take and she scanned empty, and then second time she did take. She then went up to the hill where Mr. Fox, if you guys remember Mr. Fox, where Mr. Fox lives in his retirement field, and she went up there with him and she spent 9 months up there, literally not rugged, just living on the land, no feed, no nothing, and she came back looking amazing. Brought her home at the beginning of April, so we had her here for a good period of time. You don't like to move mares too late in the gestation because it can upset them and cause preterm labour, so 6 weeks, well, it's more than 6 weeks, but that period of time is plenty, so moved her back on the 1st of April, and now we wait. She is imminent. She's on day 330 something, so she's literally days away from her technical due date. So horses are given a gestation of 340 days, which is the average, but they can go either side of that. And obviously some always do, some always go early. I have no idea on Kiwi because I've never had a foal with her, but yeah, so she is she's in the window of like having a foal right now. We've been up at night watching her endlessly. It feels like it's all we've done. Yeah, you having a wee? She's just gonna have a wee, sorry. We've had some wax, we've got big udders, everything's so that her baby bump will drop, which it's done. You're ticking all the boxes, but we're just waiting. We're patiently waiting. But she's really happy, she's really chilled. Hi. And she's ready to go. So we're on foal watch. We've got CCTV cameras set up so we can basically watch her all the time, from bed, from anywhere, from out and about. But it's just something I never imagined I'd be doing. It's just so exciting. I am absolutely fucking terrified because she is very big. She is obviously older, so I do have that slight terror that something's going to go wrong, but I'm worrying about something I can't really control. So I've got to just go with it. So my plan is to kind of introduce this with this video here, get you some clips in, and then I'm just going to vlog various updates of where we're at, because eventually I will be vlogging the birth. All being well, you guys will get lots of footage. I want to film with this camera, I want to film on my big camera, my big filming camera, so I want to capture as much of it as I can, because it's so exciting that this is the first time I've done it. So yeah, Kiwi has been given a new lease of life. She's got a job. If this all goes well, I will put her back in foal again, because she seems to have handled the pregnancy really, really well. But yeah, so come on this journey of having a baby. Not me, to clarify, that would be the Immaculate Conception. I am absolutely closed for business. You couldn't pay me £1 million to have another baby.
Always safe inside my arms. It has been there all along.
Day 337 of Kiwi's gestation, and she's still in foal, and there is still no foal on the ground. It's been 2 weeks really, whereby we've been kind of like, are you gonna foal? Oh, you're looking ready. Oh, things are changing. We've just been on high alert. But yet there's still no foal. Yeah, we're all a bit tired. She's quite happy. She's just grazing. I've just reheated my coffee for the 73rd time. Well, I say coffee. I don't drink coffee anymore, so I have a decaf. A decaf is all I have. Coffee is no more. I'll go into wine in another video, I'm sure. Coffee is not for me. So yeah, so I'm sat on the computer, I'm kind of getting all my thoughts out on all the things I want to film, and just basically being around in case Kiwi changes. I think we're all starting to put bets now on various days, because it's getting silly now. So day 340, as I said earlier, is like the general gestation, but she could go either side of that. I would hope not too much over, because she's so big, but who knows? It could all be fluid, it could be a small foal. You just don't know. This is whereby when I was pregnant, I wished I could just open myself up and check. She's okay, all is well, close up and carry on. But unfortunately, that's not yet been designed in life. It needs to be. So some scientists need to make that happen. I'll give you another update later when she comes in. Hopefully there'll be something to show you, but as it stands, just a lot of very tired people and a horse that's oblivious to the drama she's causing. Right, let's go and have a little look-ski at Peepers. Kiwi! Come on! We've just had a rather large downpour and some thunder, which has set young Chan off. Chan is another one of my horses, who's not supposed to be running around, so that's not great. How are we looking? We are a little bit swollen here. Oh gosh, you're very swollen. No change to the old udders though. How are we looking behind? Sorry, potentially too much information for you. This is one of the things that you check for a sign. Basically to see how elongated she's looking, so if everything's gone a bit saggy and rank, she's ready. How long's a piece of string? How long is a piece of string, Pee-wee? Pea? No, she's gone. She's going. Right, I'm going to get these guys in, because this weather is starting to make them all act a bit stupid, and I do need Chan, who is here, to not be running around. Just to give you guys a slight indication as to the life Pee-wee is currently living, she just comes in and out of her own accord. You come in? She's hilarious. She just goes in and out on her own. Don't lead her. Oh, having a little trot. Steady, Pea. They are all, oh, she's off. She's off. She's off. They've all got it about them this afternoon. I swear this, any kind of thunder and lightning just makes them all go a little bit neurotic. Right, let's shut Chan in, bear with me. And deal with Peeps, hang on. What are you doing? Girls, stop bickering. Right, you want to go in your stable? Look at the size of you. Look at the sheer size of you. Right, back a few steps. There you go. So from one food source of grass to another food source of haylage. She is just, she's looking quite swollen. Another sign is loosening off of these muscles. Oh, they are quite loose. So I don't know whether you guys can see how kind of floppy they've gone. Oh, who knows? We shall see, Pee-wee. Tonight would be great, yeah? I'm very quickly reheating my tea, day 338, but we have news. We have news. We have a substantial amount of wax this morning. I'm going to take you out now and show you, but with Hannah's mare, this was like the marker of it's happening in the next 2 days. So, right, tea is microwaved. Let's go out and show you her udder. I am confident now. I've got my phone torch, which is on. All right, baby girl. Can we show everybody your udders? Can we see? We have milk. We have wax. It's all very exciting. Pee-wee! Are you having a foal in the next 24 to 48 hours? Yay! I can't wait, I'm so excited. Right, let's get you out. Her waters have just gone. Hello, baby girl. Hello, my darling. You okay? Your water's gone. Good girl, Pee-wee. Oh, I'm feeling so emotional right now. Good girl. Good girl, Pee-wee. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Water's going. Good, oh, good girl. Well done. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Pete girl. Good girl. Good girl, Pee-wee. Good girl. Clever girl, Pee-wee. How can you not put her back in the bowl? You didn't have that reaction? Oh, you're very friendly though. Good girl, Pee-wee.
She's fine. She's the most amazing job. He's already trying to get up. Really big. And literally, he hadn't even fully come out of her and she was whinnying at him and whispering at him. It's the cutest thing ever. Yeah, I filmed the whole thing.
Oh, very chatty.
Very feisty.
Oh my god, he's so close to getting up. You're alright, dear. Oh.
How long ago was he born?
20 minutes?
Yeah. Probably about.
Yeah, 20 minutes ago, I reckon.
Only started
Wow.
at 2.
Look, you came to see the new arrival. We're coming in now. We'll be back. We'll be there. Goodbye. We have a baby, and he's freaking adorable. It was, sorry, I'm filming in the garden and the chickens are making an absolute racket, so you may well be able to hear them in the background, but you know, all adds to the ambiance. So Kiwi, who he has been named, was born on, I've totally lost track, Sunday, well, in the early hours of Monday morning. He officially hit the ground at about 2:45 in the morning. Hannah and I didn't actually go to bed, so we were up for 36 hours in total across the period of him being born. So still looking a bit bedraggled today because not fully caught up yet. But basically it all went really well. Pee-wee was just insane, like the way she coped with it, and the clips you've just seen of her reaction to him. Like, so we had another mare, Hannah's mare, foal here 2 weeks ago, and she didn't react like that to the foal. Pee-wee's obviously had a foal before, so I don't know, it's obviously a maternal thing, but she was just obsessed from the minute she sat up and looked round and was like, oh my god, he's here. And oh, I got really emotional. I proper cried. Just, I think, because it's been like such a big lead up. It's nearly a year that you wait, so it's a long time, and I'm the world's most impatient person. And you know, the worry and just all of it, so much can go wrong, and we've heard so many stories where things have gone wrong, and we've also had so many posts on Facebook because we've got a lot of equestrian friends, and obviously that goes broader with more equestrian people, and so many surrogate mares, so many foals without a mum, just so many things can go wrong, and it's really scary. So I'm going to just explain the rest of what happened to kind of where we are now to finish the video, because it wasn't plain sailing for Kiwi or Pee-wee, and I just want to, you know, tell the honest truth about what happened. So he was born at 2:45 in the morning. You've then got a limited window of time whereby the mare needs to pass the placenta, the foal needs to stand up, and the foal needs to suckle. Because if those things don't happen by a certain amount of times, you can end up running into problems. So Pee-wee needed to pass the placenta, she didn't. So I was on the phone to a vet, I think it was about 7 o'clock in the morning, going, it's still not come out. She kept lying down, she kept trying to lie down to pass the rest of the placenta, but because she was so fixated on him and he's frantically trying to stand up, and then he got up, she was just following him round and not really focusing on what she needed to do. So that was one thing that was a bit of a drama. She did eventually pass the placenta at about 8:30 in the morning, so it was a bit late. She did have the vet to come and wash her out yesterday. When I say wash out, they basically fill the uterus up with fluid and then drain it back out again, just to make sure that the colour of what's coming out is satisfactory, and it was, thankfully, and she was fine. No temperature, we checked all of that, nothing. So that was really good. She did, however, get really colicky, and a lot of mares colic after foaling, which was something I didn't know was a thing, but apparently it's a huge thing. And we left them and went in to kind of leave them have some peace. And the next thing we know, we've got them on the CCTV camera. She's led down and she looks like she's having a seizure, and I'm like, oh my god, running back out. And she was having spasms kind of all through her stomach and back end, and her head was going. And I called the vet back immediately. I was like, send someone out now, like just send someone out. So a vet called Harry came out at, must have been about 8:30, 20 to 9, and gave her some Buscopan and some pain relief. we brought her out and started walking her around just to get everything moving. I guess it's the trauma of foaling. She'd been lying down, rolling around. It can just upset the horse's stomach and guts. Thankfully, she was absolutely fine. But the next problem we were then faced with was that Kiwi could not work out how to suckle. We were holding him. Hannah's dad came down as a taller, stronger man because Kiwi is big. He is a really big foal and he's really strong, and he came down and we were trying to get him on, and Hannah had seen this article somewhere about if you kind of express milk from the mum into a bowl, you can bowl feed them, because the priority was just getting the colostrum into him, because if they miss the colostrum, you've got like massive problems with immunity. So it was really important he got that. So we carried on persisting with that. When the vet came out, he was a bit, he's not had much, I'm a bit concerned. So we expressed more milk and we tubed him, which was just awful. I felt so awful, like sleep deprived. This poor foal is like pinned down on the floor because he's so strong and big, pinned down by the vet. I'm holding the milk. Hannah's got his back at, like, there's three of us pinning this foal down to get the tube down and tube feed him just to make sure he had that good feed. He then went to sleep fine. And then the vet's recommendation was to basically bottle feed him until he worked it out. I was a bit against the idea of that, and he didn't take particularly well to the bottle the first time because the bottle's very different from mum. So I didn't really want to, it's the same as it is for babies, you know, breast is always best, but switching from breast to a bottle, I remember when Arabella was little, I tried to move her onto bottles and she was just not interested. She was like, this is nothing like what I'm used to. So I was kind of keen to avoid that. So I basically I worked out that he couldn't, so her tummy and then where he needs to put his head was too low because he's so tall. So my bright idea was that if I lifted Pee-wee's leg up, which is a great weight, and held it, Hannah guided him under so he had more height and space, and he basically over the course of a couple of hours worked it out and has been fine since, because the vet was like, he'll need feeding every 20 minutes, and I'm like, I can't stay up, I need to sleep, I'm so tired. But thank God he worked it out, because it's the best thing for him as well. Like, us intervening is not, it's there if it needs to be done, but on the whole you want to let mum crack on and do her thing. And Pee-wee had so much milk and is such an amazing mum, I just didn't really want to get too involved. But yeah, thankfully all of that worked out. He had an enema because he was a little bit constipated, and that's basically just like a liquid that they put up their bum to kind of flush everything out. It's exactly the same as it is for people, and yes, it is pretty much coffee. I did check with the vet. So yeah, he is amazing. This morning I fell asleep on the sofa at 6:30 last night and woke up at 4:30 this morning, still in my clothes, still on the sofa, but feeling an awful lot better. I actually felt like I was drunk yesterday afternoon. I felt so confused and my brain wasn't working properly, and I was sat here doing some work and I kept tipping forward and then jolting myself back up because I was falling asleep, and then getting really panicked that I'd obviously done it and felt really disorientated. But yeah, a lack of sleep for me is a huge no. It's one of my huge triggers, so won't be doing that again in a hurry. So yeah, he's here. This video I wanted to just make to show the whole process. Obviously I've got the entire birth footage, which lasts about 45 minutes, but I've just given you guys snippets of bits. I hope it wasn't too gory for you. I have given you a warning before it starts just to say this is a bit gory if you don't like stuff like that. But yeah, so he's here. So there'll be lots of more videos to come, I'm sure, of his progress. He's going to go out in the field this afternoon, so I'm going to capture some of that. Whether it will go as a short or a video, I don't know, but I will make sure you all see it. So yeah. So thank you so much for coming on this little journey with me. It's been a year in the making, well, actually probably a year in the making, from her visit to the hospital to making the decision to the insemination to now. So yeah, really exciting, a really cool thing to say I've now done, and and I'm now the proud owner of a foal. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and I hope you guys enjoyed this whole process. Any questions, I respond as quickly as I can, and there'll be lots of updates going over on Instagram and Shorts and Facebook. See you very soon for another video.
Always safe inside.